What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mariners Baseball here on youtube.com/Shaunosaurus Rex. My name is Sean. Today we have game number 157 of 162 of the regular season. That's right. We are in the absolute final stretch as we go into the playoffs, clinching the American League West, and only one game behind the Minnesota Twins for the best record in baseball, which is very surprising considering how poorly we started and how great they started. But I've been able to turn things around, win some tight games, get us on a good path, and continue to play well. So it feels good. Today we get the Oakland Athletics in Seattle, finally back home after a week and a half on the road. Mike Fiers, he is starting today, 2-3 with a 2.52 ERA. James Paxton on the mound for the Mariners, 15-11, 2.96 ERA. And that's today's matchup. Postseason in a week, 6 more games, 1 day off in there, which was looking like it was going to line up real nicely with a potential Halo Shadow drop, but it seems like that's not happening. But that's not super relevant to what I'm playing today. Athletics, they are in the bottom of the division. They are 1-9 in their last 10. I do believe that single victory was against us, 2-0. These first 2 games in Oakland decided by a 2-run blast. We were able to get a 1-0 win and then just crushed them 9-1. Other than that, they are not doing well at all. They beat Detroit, and since then they've won 4 times since the 4th. And one of those was against us. So, exciting. Very exciting. Standings-wise, I need to fix this real bad. Standings-wise, we have the Angels. They clinched a wild card even though they're on a 7-game losing streak. The Yankees just were too far behind, and they lost yesterday. So, the Yankees are going to have to either win the American League East, or they're going to have to get on a real good run here and try and win some games and get Oakland to lose some games, or excuse me, not Oakland, Houston to lose some games. Yeah, the Central and the West in the American League are decided. The American League East is up for grabs, though it is down to 2 teams, the Blue Jays or the Yankees. One of those teams is more than likely going to win the East. The other team will more than likely not make the playoffs. The Yankees sit with an elimination number of 3. So we'll see how that all shakes out. As far as the National League, I think it's down to one team. The Brewers are a game back of Atlanta, and Atlanta has to get the second wild card spot, or they won't make the playoffs. Other than that, most everything's spoken for. It's not the most exciting finish as far as like around the league is concerned. So we'll just kind of go on with what we're doing. Alternate 1 is what we'll use. Hopefully, we'll get to use our mostly typical lineup here for this whole homestand. We have a lot of hot hitters, which is kind of surprising considering how many of these games have been close. Dylan Moore, the only cold hitter, and Fraley's batting average has dropped about 10 points. He was in first place for the batting average lead, but is not anymore. Everybody looks pretty good energy-wise. We might have to swap out Kyle Seager, or maybe just DH him for a game. But I think we'll work with this. I'm not sure how much I like this Crawford right there, but his speed isn't too terrible. Maybe I'm too focused on speed. I think it's good to pay attention to, but I think maybe I focus a little too much on it. I think we'll just work with this lineup. I'm not going to make any changes. I think everybody's been in and out of the lineup as well. We had our speed outfield yesterday. Seemed to work out okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and jump on in here. If you do like this kind of content, scroll on down, subscribe, ring that bell so you're notified when I post new videos, baseball every day, 1 p.m. Pacific time, right here on youtube.com/Shaunosaurus Rex. Other videos, 6 a.m. 2 video uploads a day. And when this is done, we'll move on to another sports game, so stick around for that. Enjoy the intro. I'll be right back because I need to blow my nose because I sneezed right before I started the recording.
Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at T-Mobile Park has been closed for comfort. Tonight we begin a new homestand with the first of 3 between the Oakland A's and the Seattle Mariners. Oakland attempt to end a 6-game losing streak. Next. James Paxton, a left-handed Canadian, gets the starting assignment here.
Oh, that is so helpful. James Paxton has a 15-11 record, 2.96 ERA, 189 strikeouts, 5 walks, 194.2 innings pitched in his 31 appearances. He needs 11 strikeouts for 200 on the season. We're going to try and get him to 200. He's been a strikeout machine lately, so hopefully we can get that. He'll have 2 more starts, including today's, one against the Athletics, and I think it's the second to last game against the Angels, where he can get more strikeouts should he need it.
Here's the first pitch.
Halo 3 is a very loud video game.
First pitch is taken for strike 1.
This is a very quiet video game. I feel like I'm yelling when I'm playing that.
They've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture inside, because there is a postseason.
Ooh, nice jump throw. And there's out number 1. Feels good to be home. I have missed being in T-Mobile Park. Big, long, 10-game road trip. I do believe the roof is closed, which I probably should have paid more attention to, but whatever.
Win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
First pitch on its way. Tony Kemp stands
Ooh,
in as he
missed
looks
that.
at ball 1 here.
Missed that. Tony Kemp had the winning home run in the first game of the previous series against the Athletics, that 4-game monstrosity.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. It's 1-1.
There we go. 4 seam in on the outer half.
For this one, working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent and well-respected, accurate strike zone.
D-Bro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. We'll give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the
Do not have.
And hold on now. That's a fair ball down the left field line. Should be at least a double.
That was an easy double. I do not have the curveball early in this game. Sorry. I'm early on it. Left another one over the part of the plate. Also did not run that very well with Fraley. Was probably going to be a double all the way, but
and that'll bring in Matt Chapman as the first pitch.
That one's still early as well. I feel maybe a little jittery, he's a little excited. I feel like my camera moves all the time, or I'm just not in the correct spot or something. Wow. No confidence in that. Oh, boy. No confidence. Nothing going right with that knuckle curve. Absolutely heinous. Look at where this pitch is.
Yeah, they're coming out swinging right here, trying to set the tone and let everybody breathe a deep sigh of relief. Hopefully get this first game under our belt.
So now it's Mark Canha. A ball and no strikes.
Okay, that doesn't help.
Here with a runner at first now and 1 away. From the belt, the pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning.
I don't think that was a double, but... or double play. Looked like he was safe. I'm surprised the computer doesn't challenge. Not the start we're looking for here in front of the home fans. 2 hits, 1 run. As we have Mike Fiers coming on in here. He has 5 starts, a 2-3 record, a 2.52 ERA, 64.1 innings pitched, 26 to 22 strikeouts to walks. Just got to maintain patience at the plate.
How he attacks his opposing lineup.
Settle down on the defensive side. Jake Fraley, third place in the American League in batting average. 3 home runs, 31 ribbies. We do have the roof closed today. That is okay. Little two seam there.
And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a line.
That'll work.
And Andrus will not be able to get there. It's a base hit.
Hey, Dero, this looks like it could be a high-scoring affair. Home team comes up now, and they've got something brewing in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime you put that leadoff batter on base, that spells disaster for the pitcher. You don't know. You can work the bunt, hit and run, steal. Oh, I forgot. They don't bunt or hit and run anymore.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. Line to the right side. And that is
no. We're good.
And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero.
Oh, Kyle Seager now leading with now leading in ribbies. Had 5 yesterday.
And stepping in, Kyle Lewis. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces.
Belted high and deep into right center. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. The relay, but he'll get in there with an RBI double.
That was kind of a mess. Fraley hung up there at between second and third. Thankfully, his speed was able to get him all the way around.
Have the pitcher pretty upset out there, and the manager wondering how long he's going to go in this one.
Kyle Lewis stood all the way on first, like just full stopped. I thought that might actually get out.
What a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Yeah, he's just off the league leading the batting race. He's in the top 5 in that category, but he is out in front in home runs and ribbies, so we'll see if he can make a push for the Triple Crown.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Ooh, thank God that was not a pop-up. It was a foul. All right, that's my big swing. See if he drops it low.
0-1, here it comes. Liner in there.
I'm going to just stay there with a base hit. That's fine.
And the second runner will stop at third.
He's only thrown 6 pitches.
With nobody out.
A lot of hits, but not a lot of pitches. This is a great example of why I always say that I need to get a lot of hits on a pitcher rather than try and drive that pitch count up. I'm sure it's not a mystery.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger as he grounds one briskly to short. And that's through, a base hit. And that'll score the runner from third as they'll open up a 3-1 lead.
Well, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Dero. You think you make a decent pitch, ball hit to the hole right through there. You're hoping it can get knocked down. Instead, base hit, run batted in.
Yeah, and as the batter right there, you're taking off your batting gloves, giving dabs to the first base coach. Glad that found the hole right there. Ribeye steak, chalk one up.
So here now is Ty France. He hits it hard on the ground to the left. The tag gets one.
Wow.
A double play.
That could have been a triple play. I don't want to say that, but it could have been. He tagged the runner to third. The play at second would have been close, but the play at first would have been pretty easy because France does not have speed.
First inning even bigger here. He's set. Here it comes. As the first
That's a good take.
to him, it's ball
All right.
1.
I got a good read on a couple of his pitches up in the zone. Was able to kind of punish those. And avoided, you know, big plays like that. Avoided double plays until that last one, or until that lone double play.
3 runs already home here. That evens it up, 1-1.
Early on that? Really early. Oh, okay. 4-seam, 2-seam, slider, curveball, changeup. What we're working against. Haven't
Look, now the pitch.
called that out yet. That was a terrible swing. Watch for that slider.
Down the left field line
That'll
and
work.
deep.
It's a slider. It was in the zone. Real early on that. Time it up there. Maybe do some damage. Pull RT so that I can...
Here he comes again, 1-2. Liner in there for a base hit.
This is gonna be not that tight. Okay. Thought that was gonna be a much closer play at the plate. 4-1.
The execution he was looking for right there. That batter's eyes lit up on that pitch.
Not a real good changeup. One of the things, Mark, this pitcher will do, he'll use that changeup like most pitchers will use the curveball. His changeup is that good. That one wasn't, though.
The next batter will be Evan White. And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right. Piscotty's there for it. And that ends the inning. So the nearly bat around here is 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs.
Fantastic.
We head to inning number 2
Fantastic.
It's the
Now, let's
Mariners
dial it in.
4,
Let's use this
88
first inning
run.
and just coast to the finish. By the way,
Plate now is the
win this
designated
series and we'll get to open our final pack of Allen and Ginter World Champions baseball cards. If we do get a sweep, we'll open more of those 2021 Fire cards that I opened the other day from Topps. They didn't send them to me. That's just who made them. I bought them.
chopped weakly to the left.
Though Topps, hey, if you'd like to send some cards, I'll open them. If you can get past all the cursing and
There's a fastball pretty close that
just
time.
on the outside.
Ruled a ball, 1-1.
But, yeah, sweep will double it here as we wind down the season. We'll still have packs if we advance through various series,
The middle and in for a base hit.
division, championship. Paxton not on his game here. Don't know exactly what the problem is, but I need to stop using that knuckle curve.
Hopefully that's the start of something big right now.
But actually, that was probably the best located knuckle curve yet.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit.
Okay, I don't know why you keep
Pitch
calling
too
it.
low, it's ball
I
1.
should be.
The head-to-head with James Paxton, he's totaled 4 hits in 19 tries. He's taken him deep once. He's got it to second for 1. On
There we
first,
go.
and that's
Double
now
play.
2 innings and 2 double play balls here tonight.
Oh, we've seen worse. I think it was a game against Cleveland. I hit into like 5 or 6 of them in a row.
Zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. See what happens when you don't have me use the knuckle curve? Good things happen.
As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Now the 1-0. Misses low. Good take on the curveball there.
This at-bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a fastball yet, but now he gets to count at 2 balls and no strikes. He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
Fouled away.
He
2
wanted
out,
that
20
one.
on.
Real late on it. I think this time I will actually use a knuckle curve and actually want to. There we go. Oh, that was only strike 2. Okay. Just fucking calm down.
This is line to left. That gets down and he
Thank
got
God he
himself a
grabbed
base
that.
hit. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his
You can see the
hands
pitch
inside
count
that ball,
is
stay square
real
as
bad.
long as possible, and feed it
Throwing a
into the
lot of
opposite
balls
field for
early.
base hit.
7 balls, 11 strikes for a total of 18 pitches. Fraley, thankfully, was able to grab that. Otherwise, it got all the way to the wall. Could have been significant damage.
Austin Allen, as he'll go after
That's a
the
big
first pitch
ol'
to him and comes up empty,
strike right there.
one.
That was on a
With that
fastball,
average
just
down
low
to
in the corner.
240s. 6 home runs, 18 driven in. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard to short. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
That's the only way to combat a nasty cutter. You have to find a way to fight and stay inside that baseball and drive it the other way.
So Joe Adell bats now, as he'll watch one
Man.
miss down and in for a ball.
Giving up a lot of hits, and I am not hitting
See that
spots.
average
That's a
below
problem.
the dreaded Mendoza line.
2 outs.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. No
Oh,
offer
come
that.
on.
Balls and a strike.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
And it misses. 3-1 now.
Wow.
Goes way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll pull this one down a step or two in front.
They are
of the warning
getting
track, and the
perfect
inning is
contact
over.
on a lot of these
A's
pitches.
strand a couple, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. So now here is Tom Murphy, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First offering on its way.
Okay, good take there. Was looking up in the zone. On a 2-seamer.
And
Got him to
pitch.
throw 14 pitches in the previous inning.
And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to
Go,
left center
go,
field.
go.
But
Ah, at the
this
warning
one
track.
in
That was
on
at the
run.
wall,
Winds
too.
up just shy
Damn
of the
it.
ball for the first out.
That was contact swing. Saw it coming in high and went for it.
Next up is Jake Fraley. Second at-bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first.
Hey, second time around, let's see if this guy goes up and looks for the fastball. He got a fastball on his first at-bat and didn't miss it.
This one's down to third.
That was a fastball, and I almost missed that one. That was right over the heart of the plate.
And we take a look at the line right here, and it's not pretty. He's given up 7 hits, and we're only in the second inning. So what if 3 things is going to happen? He's either going to buckle down and start hitting his spots, he's going to continue to get shelled, our game is going to last about 5 hours, or he's going to get the hook early and head for the showers.
This is where I need to settle down. Keep getting runs across if you can, but don't. I gotta not be too aggressive. Mariner Moose, we haven't seen him in a while.
First offering. J.P. Crawford
That's a good
is at the
take.
plate as he looks at ball one.
I don't need you telling me how many ground
Fraley
or
stands
double
at
plays
first
I've grounded
with 1 out.
into.
That's back
Oh.
toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however.
Yeah, they'll
And
just
he
get the
won't even
one.
think about second as he'll
Thankfully,
field
J.P.
first for
Crawford's
the
speed.
shootout.
eliminated him from contention of that
Now at the plate here is Kyle Lewis.
that throw.
In scoring
That was a really bad, I would guess early. No good timing, just, yeah, I went for the, I went for the power swing with a guy who doesn't have a ton of power.
pitch of the AB on its way. Shot to third. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
That was closer than I thought it was going to be. But a nice hit from Kyle Lewis, who stretches. That is the weirdest glitch.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the
Especially
count
this
line.
deep
So
into the
few
game.
strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider
Like,
or a
they've put
nasty
out
split finger. He had an
patches.
approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush
Like-
tactic.
like
and it
why?
worked.
Why is that still a thing?
Into the box, Kyle Seager. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Two-run home run off the bat
Oh, the
of Kyle
Dodgers are
Seager.
156.
Home run number
Interesting.
55 on the campaign, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Start warming these bats up.
Changed their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
I love the dejected catcher in the background.
Here comes
like,
Bob
fuck.
Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the start.
This is good news.
So he'll make a beeline for the shower.
It even bumped the difficulty up, but I'm still doing a good job reading pitches. It's okay to guess every once in a while if it's not, like, catastrophic, you know?
So they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay
Caprillion?
out there for a while.
22 games, 85.2 innings pitched, no saves, no opportunities, 3-6 record with a 4.10 ERA, 60 to 35 strikeouts to walks, and he deals a 4-seam, a slider, a changeup, a curveball, and a 2-seam fastball.
As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 1 for 1 with a single
So
so
2
far.
away here, 7-1 game in the bottom half of the second inning. At the moment, that kind of doesn't feel like enough.
Grounded to the right.
That somehow got through.
For a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one.
You know who's the happiest
Where were these hits and like any of the other games against the Athletics that weren't that big giant victory?
6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
So now to the plate, Ty France, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field.
Wow.
In there, a base
I was
hit.
late on that and it was still
Hold at
okay.
second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Gameplay's so hot they gotta turn on the air conditioner.
Ball right now. Even his
It's actually kind of nice. I wore a long sleeve sweatshirt.
Making it nearly impossible.
I was cold earlier, but I'm warm now.
In and out.
I kind of forget how like hot this corner gets because there's a laptop on, an Xbox on, this ring light
Bat will be
beaming
more. He's got
onto
a
my
chance to
face.
add on to what's
It gets a little
already been a
toasty.
Big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
He's set and the pitch.
So Haniger, if this gets deep enough, is a pretty easy send. Ty France,
The 1-0 is chased out of
that
the
was a
zone.
bad swing. That was a bad swing. I was looking for something that was gonna drop, curveball or something like that. No luck.
Tried
I'd
to hold
guess
up
he.
there.
Oh, he
Field
did
down
not.
to
Okay.
First and no swing. It's ball 2. 2 down, runners at first and second. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2.
You got to be careful on that slider.
From the belt, the pitch. But
Ooh, nice play. Hot shot to third.
ends the
The
inning.
changeup on the inside. Seager, though.
But they strike for
Smashing.
3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We've played 2, and the lead is stretched to 7-1.
We can do some damage to their bullpen here for the next
And D-Row down 6 already.
next little bit.
Part of this ball game.
This is only the first game of a set of 3.
You know what, Matty? This is where you take some prideful ABs. I've been down 6 before, and I've come back from even further down than that in some big ball games. You have to find a way to just relax and start piecing some good ABs back to back.
Here it comes now to Andrus. Fly ball out toward left center field. And he reaches up to
There
track
we go.
this one down for
See,
the
that's a
first
little more
down.
what I'm
He
looking
had to go
for.
all
I'm
the
good
way
with
to get the ball.
contact if I can get outs. Where I start to worry is when I allow a lot of base runners. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've been up 7-1 before and almost blown it.
Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Fouled off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good.
There
about
we
his
go.
fastball.
Location's looking a little better.
Behind 0-2 now.
That's good news. This one intentionally out of the strike zone, but
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
1 out, nobody on. Now a swing
There we
and
go.
this here as he's down
There we
on
go.
strikes, so it's
I was thinking about going knuckle
down
curve the
3 in
previous
third.
pitch.
Not a lot of guys throw that
That's all right.
curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a field thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
2 away here. Top of
So
the
that
third
brings up
inning.
the always intense Matt Chapman. And there's a swing and
That's
a
a
miss
big
with
swing on a
off-speed.
changeup
Started
right there.
out 0-1.
Thought I might have actually left that a little too high.
A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman.
He
I'd like to
obviously
see
wanted that call on the
any
corner,
of those
but if he continues
kinda
to
in
put
my
the ball
favor.
right there, he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
Lifted in the air to center. Lewis waits on it.
Nice and easy.
Easily, and the inning is over.
All
A's are
right.
gone in
That's
order.
the least stressful inning
7-1.
we've had defensively.
And we're back for the bottom of the third. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Mariners
Hi, Heidi.
manager Scott Service during the break about his team's offensive performance so far, and he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. They've obviously got a double-digit total in the hits column, but perhaps just as impressive is that they've not struck out a single time today. That's about as rare as it gets in today's sport. So they have a lot to feel good about right now, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. Bottom of the inning now. And next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Evan White.
Baseman, Evan White.
The pitch. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here, no balls and a strike. White is one of the very best corner infielders in the game today. Oftentimes, first and third basemen are known for their offensive work, but he's truly a multi-dimensional talent. Really makes an impact on defense, and that makes him incredibly fun to watch every time he takes the field.
Yeah, watching him go about his
That was an
business.
awful swing.
First step,
Forgot that I turned my
his
mic off.
reaction time is
Kansas won
unparalleled.
in Texas for the
Able to
first
make
time
quick
ever.
plays, and he
It was
takes
weird
a
because
ton
I
of
saw
pride in his craft.
the
Into the
couple of
windup,
tweets
here
that it
comes
seemed
the
like they had that
0-2
game wrapped up. So I guess something weird happened.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Early on the slider.
One away.
They won in walk-off fashion, double overtime on that 2-point conversion thing that they're doing. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm not interpreting the information correctly.
The first pitch. Yanked hard down the left field line. And that's into the outfield for a one-out hit. Running hard. He's digging for second.
Thankfully, that throw was off the line. Otherwise, that's a pretty close play at second. I made sure to put him go into second immediately. So.
But he cruised in there with relative ease.
Gonna take something pretty deep to get him all the way around, but
standing in now, Jake Fraley.
That's inside, all right.
To him runs a bit inside for ball one. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. A ball and no strikes. Here it is.
Yanked that one as well.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Murphy, the runner at second with one away.
Doesn't have a lot of confidence. Doesn't have a lot of energy either.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Heading after it is Piscotty. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with 2 men gone.
See if we can push another run across here.
Crawford, a hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the first pitch as he lines it out to center.
Oh, dang. I thought that looked like, I thought it was going to be more of a bloop shot. I didn't realize how much it felt like just a fly out that was.
They're on top 7-1.
That's okay. Nothing to worry about. Had our best inning yet in the top of the third. We'll see if we can continue that momentum defensively here into the top of the fourth.
Mark Canha. He'll start things out against James Paxton as we get the inning underway. First pitch of the AB now.
First one of those pitches I've seen called like that. A lot of those have been balls, which is fine.
They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
And there's ball one.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Swing and a little tapper.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Swung on and missed. Really
I believe that's the first strikeout of the day. Second strikeout for Paxton. Needs probably 5, maybe 6. Don't want to rely on a big strikeout game either way today or the next time he pitches. Love to get him to that 200 mark. He currently sits at 191.
At the plate now, Porter Witt. As the first pitch to him is in there for a cold
looking a little better.
1 for 1.
Check these confidence levels in these pitches. Knuckle curve not looking great. Four seam and changeup looking really good. The other 2 pitches not good at all.
Hit hard on the ground towards second.
So we might try and stick with those 2 pitches. It's going to be a lot of probably 4-seam fastball and changeup. And maybe try and pepper in a little cutter, a little knuckle curve, see if we can get that confidence to raise in it so it's not quite as wily as it's been.
First offering on its way. Pitch is popped up.
That'll work. That'll work. I don't want to rely on a 9 strikeout game, but I mean, if you have to, you have to. I've been able to get him big strikeout games before. I think bare minimum 5 though. That'll put him at 194. You'd need 6 in the next game. That's pretty even.
And now Kyle Lewis.
And if we can maybe get off to a little bit of a faster start, that would be nice defensively. I mean.
Now the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. That's through. Another base hit for him. He's 3 for 3. So the base hit puts the first man aboard to start the inning for the Mariners.
You think he's not setting the tone for this series right there? Third knock of the night, and we're only in game 1. This could be huge.
To the plate now, Kyle Seager, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. Seager, right field and carrying well. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball
Are you
was
fucking
crushed.
serious? He has 4 home runs in the last 2 games. 4 home runs in 2 games.
Straight away right field, his second home run of the game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Remember when Oakland was winning this game?
There, he is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time. In the
He left that over the
zone.
absolute heart of the plate. Eight and a half innings of baseball, baby. That's the benefit of playing at home. They increased the difficulty again. That's not good news.
As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Henniger has a .280 batting average.
Oh, that was a really bad
Missed on a
swing.
pitch down, 1-1.
Yikes.
No outs, nobody on. High in the air out to center field. Kenna is there, and he has it for the first out. Stepping up is Ty France. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Here's the first pitch.
That's fine. That's going to be a strike either way. Just didn't want a swinging bunt or anything.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And that misses.
Okay.
1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Hit in the air to center field. Center fielder on the run. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting. Second
Next here is Dylan Moore. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a flare down the line. And that'll get down for a base hit.
That'll work.
They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound, and they are just going to ambush tactics, and it seems to work for
Oh,
them.
late on that.
Look at it the
Interesting.
other way. They're
It's
just
a little more inside than I thought it was going to be. Or outside, I should say. No, inside.
Stepping in now, Evan White. As the first
That's
pitch
high.
is a bit high, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here's the 1-0.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence and composure to pitch effectively, and right now, I'm just not seeing it. He looks kind of rattled out there to me.
Two and 0 count. Here it comes. There's
Okay,
a fastball
that's fine.
on the inner
That's
third,
fine.
taken for a strike. hard hit ball to
Ooh,
second.
dang.
Oh, and he can't come
Just
up
a
with
little
it. And a
late
close
on that.
play at second, but the
I'm a
throw
little
does
surprised he
lead
went
him
to
the side
second.
is retired.
Interesting. Well, Kyle Seager comes through again.
Mariners get a couple in the
15
inning
hits
on a
already.
two-run home run.
And we are in the fourth inning.
4, and they're starting to run away. It's now 9-1.
I believe we've scored in every inning. No, we didn't score in the third.
Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get
Hi,
set
Heidi.
for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only one of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Leading off with the Athletics.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Kansas had not won on the road in 56 games. They had not won since like 2008. What the fuck? So what happened? Texas cut the deficit to 7 into the third quarter. Kansas appeared to ice the game when it picked off Thompson in the end zone with just over a minute to play, but the ensuing drive stalled and forced a punt. The Longhorns tied the game with 22 seconds left. Okay. Interesting. Guess the way they phrased it like really made it seem like, hey, they're gonna win this game, and it's like, well,
Ready to deliver.
there's
Here
enough
comes the
time.
first pitch.
The first time they've ever won, they
Although he doesn't
haven't
use
won.
that pitch too much, if he's
They didn't
able to
win a
steal some
road
strikes
game,
early
a
in the
conference
count,
road
it'd be
game
something they have to think about.
for over a decade.
quickly 0-2.
That is absurd.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Boy, good
There we
cutting
go.
action to that pitch.
It's a nice
That's the first out of the
strikeout.
inning.
His third of the game.
Up next for Oakland.
Now it'll be
If we pick up 2 more
Austin Allen.
strikeouts, I'll be happy with it. Thankfully, he has good stamina,
Infield in
and the
overs,
pitch count
15
isn't
miles
bad.
pitch.
Even though there have been a few hits given up in the location hasn't been great throughout most of the game. 13 balls is pretty high for me.
Here comes the 0-1.
See, that's
This man
been
has been
okay.
outstanding so far, hitting
Good to see
nearly
that
all the
called
spots,
in my
and
favor.
That's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. One ball and 2 strikes to
Oh.
the A's catcher.
Wasn't really that close, but
Not surprisingly here, this is on
couldn't
the ground
induce
to the
a
right
swing.
side.
Out number
Inside
2.
to
So that
first,
is
there are
even
2
pitch, or pitch number 50. I don't know why I said even pitch.
And now here is
That pitch
Joey
makes it an
Bell.
even
He flew
50.
out in his last AB. Now here's the first offering.
There we go.
And
There we
that's a
go.
pretty good
These are the
example
strikes that I was
of why
not
he's
getting
such a
earlier
great
in
pitcher.
this game. We got that
Yes,
cutter
stuff
confidence up a
is
little bit.
obviously the
Can
important
pepper that in a little bit
down
more.
the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't
There
have
we go.
outstanding control to go along with it.
Should we go with a knuckle curve here?
Spotted that pitch.
I think I want to go knuckle curve
Down 0-2
right
on
in
the
that same
pitch.
corner.
Don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. Hit back up the middle.
He beat that out. He absolutely beat that out. Damn. Did not realize he was 90 speed.
Dero, you can see this right here on this replay. He just simply outruns the White Rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool you can't teach. You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands bleed. But if you got no wheels, newsflash,
That is a surprising strike right there. Probably got a little too cute there with that knuckle curve. He wanted a third fastball. Didn't really want to throw a third fastball in that same location. Thought maybe I could induce a big old swing over the top.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. A pause and the 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 0-2.
Damn it! I didn't get it low enough. Come on, come on. I guess it's surprising he has 90 speed because he's down at the bottom of the lineup. Fuck.
This is foul right side.
I'm not even like necessarily trying for a strikeout. I just
Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
We've got ourselves an awesome battle going on right here. Bottom line, the guy who's going to win this situation is the guy who executes.
Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning.
God.
1 left for Oakland. They trail big. It's 9-1. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and now it'll be the catcher, Tom Murphy.
Tom Murphy.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
God, we are only halfway through this game, and it's 52 minutes in.
Hit hard down the left field line.
Fuck.
Ball 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. And he wasn't gonna hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Jake Fraley. He grounds it.
Oh,
short
that's
to
not.
third. And that's the second out.
Ugh. It's almost like I'm trying to get done with this game. That wasn't the intention. Just a bad swing.
Well in his last at bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate,
No, Sean, that was way up, fucking out of the zone.
We'll have to leave it there as the play
Gross.
is made for the third out. So nothing happening this time around. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the M's 9.
How have I not been intentionally walked all season long? Intentionally walk me. Make me feel good.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp. Here's the first pitch to him.
I'd love to get 2 more
So far,
strikeouts.
but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And this one bounds around against the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
That was a great
Tony Kemp is the most dangerous hitter for me in the Oakland Athletics lineup.
Over the right fielder's head, one hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Into the box now, Matt Chapman.
There we go.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And it's gone.
Not happy with that.
A two-run blast to straightaway right field, and that is 27 for him on the year, and this lead has been cut to just 6 now.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power
Yeah,
hitter.
the thing I didn't like about that pitch was that I had just thrown a fastball.
Man, you got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
In now, Mark Canha, as he'll take a changeup here. For
That's okay.
strike one. 0
Fresh
for
start.
2 from him so
Gave
far
up
in
2
this
runs,
one.
no big deal. Going back to back on the same pitch.
And this one's
Okay,
downstairs.
don't like
It's a
that.
ball and a
The
strike.
fuck are you doing, Tom Murphy?
Bases are empty here, nobody out. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And another foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And did he hold up in time?
Oh, wow.
And no,
Wow.
around. It's strike 3.
Wow.
Easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication.
That was not a check swing, by the
He
way.
isn't letting it
Or
get
that was not
one
a swing. That was a check swing. I apologize. Got my terminology
Standing in now, Porter Witt.
mixed up.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
Well, there's one more
First, and there are 2
strikeout.
down.
4 for the game. 7 left.
So that'll bring
At
up Steven
193.
Piscotty. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on its way.
I only think that it wasn't a check swing. Well, I mean, because they showed it, whatever. But I went further on one of the swings that they appealed for and did not get called a check or a full swing.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
I went further on mine than he did, and I got the benefit. Fuck, dude, we're losing that. We're losing that feel.
Heading out towards shallow right. Waiting on it is Henniger. And that's the third.
All right, so that'll take us through the top half of the 6th inning. Chapman does come up immediately after I said, you know, Kemp is the most dangerous hitter. It's like Chapman heard that and was like, fuck you, I'll show you a dangerous hitter.
M's 9,
You idiot.
And the A's 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Kyle Lewis.
The center fielder, Kyle
Here's the first pitch.
Lewis.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Ugh.
Hey, this pitcher better
Dylan
be
Bundy,
careful
19
right
wins.
here.
Sam Delaplane
Guy
right
at the
behind him with
plate is
18.
not trying to push something to the
Delaplane
opposite
gets the
field.
start in week 1. Game 1 against the Los Angeles Angels.
Center field. Center fielder on the run.
That was
He
a
makes
terrible
the
swing.
catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out
Losing
of the
focus a
inning.
little bit. Here's your look
A couple of teams out of the AL West doing battle in this
at
one, so
the
let's
American
check
League
out
West
where they
standings.
sit in the standings entering play here today. Kyle Seager stands in looking for home run number 3 right here as you see what he's done so far in this one. And now the first pitch. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him
gross,
up for
yuck.
strike 1.
Nasty.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Very weakly
Damn,
on the ground.
fucking.
Again, he sends it out of play.
Early on it.
1 out, nobody on.
Might have been enough to get that out of the ballpark again.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drop some
Ooh,
balls.
early again. Don't know if that one would have been able to get out of the ballpark, but at least making the...
Again, another foul.
Ooh. At least making the pitcher work here.
2-2 offering. And he can only battle
Wow.
for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at bat.
Damn it. That just froze me.
You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you could do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love
Needed
seeing
to
a
flip
guy
those
that goes
swings there.
inside
That
with his fastball.
That was anticlimactic.
Plate, Mitch Haniger. As he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Piscotty.
Oh, just kidding.
And he
Okay.
makes the
Well,
catch for out number
I
3.
thought that was going to hit the
1-2-3
gap maybe,
go the Mariners.
but whatever.
They lead it by a margin of 9-3.
Okay, we can't go cold. I don't want to have a donut-filled
Now in the box,
back
Seth
2/3 of this
Brown,
game, or
1
back
for
half of this
singled
game.
and struck out in 2 trips.
9 runs should always be enough.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Smoked the
Jesus
other way, high and deep to
fucking
left. Back on it is the
Christ.
left fielder. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone.
The fucking
Home
knuckle
run.
curve. I haven't had it all day long. Why are you calling it so much, Tom Murphy?
A solo
Fuck
shot
off.
to the left, 12
I don't even want to watch this
for
replay. Get the
thus
fuck
far.
out of here with
As
this
they try to
shit.
claw back, it's a 5-run deficit. To the plate now, Austin Allen. As
That
he
was an
takes
awful
up
pitch
the
as
zone,
well.
But indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Why am I so fucking
Bases
early?
empty here with nobody out.
God damn it, that's annoying.
And it's fouled away.
Saw so many at-bats with runners on that...
Swing, and
There
it's
we
on the
go.
Fastball, and that's the first out.
Strikeout number
Well, there's
5?
nothing better from a
All
pitcher
right.
standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully
Why,
tough to
why
put in
did
play.
it slow... That picked such a weird time to slow down and, like, speed back up.
Into the box, Joe Adele. And right away he chases a fastball. Not the best effort there, and it's strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Lifted
Oh
in the
my
air toward the
God.
line and right.
Oh my
But this
god.
is going to wind up being a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. He takes
Oh,
strike
wow.
3 called on
There
the
we go. There's
fastball.
strikeout number 6 on the day,
There
making
are
his
2
final
away.
start easier.
Tells me a lot about this
That's
guy. He's done a really
195
good
on the
job
season,
bouncing
so
back from that
5
home run
more.
to strike out the next
So
two
that
guys.
200
Sometimes you're gonna
number.
get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
Into the box now, Elvis Andrus. And a ball
That's a
under.
strike.
He's hitless in
What
3
fucking game are
at-bats.
you watching? That is a strike. Jesus Christ, dude.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for
You want to call that one a ball too? Idiot.
It's 2-1 to the A's
Swing at
leadoff
that.
batter.
Trying to trick you.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The 2-2.
I got what I was looking for. I got that swing.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And
Nice
he'll
play
step on the bag
by Evan
himself,
White.
and the inning is over.
Okay. We're making this a little tighter than I want it to be.
But a solo home run will at least get this closer to respectability. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the M's 9 and the Athletics 4.
That should be it for him. Yusmeiro Petit, he's coming into the game. 74 games, so that's 7-2 record. 7 holds, 101.2 innings pitched. 3.90 ERA, 69 strikeouts, noise to 25 walks. I think lefties are batting 45 points better or so than righties. And speaking of right-handed batters, here comes Ty France, 1 for 3.
As he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's
Ugh. Now, let's see. I have a situation where I don't really want to use... I want to save my... Oh, boy. Oh, God. Kikuchi is a terrifying prospect to put in the game. Oh, by the way, four-seam, cutter, changeup, curveball. The four-seam tops out at 90, which is considerably slower than most of the pitches we've seen today, as far as the four-seams are concerned. So I might be, with him, I might be a couple of ticks fast. See if we can adjust.
One of the keys for this guy, Matt, is not being afraid to attack the strike zone. With that said, he is prone to giving up the home runs. I think one of the cause of that, Matty V, he leaves a lot of pitches up in the strike zone. He needs to be down in the zone when he's effective.
The 1-2.
That was a pretty easy take right there.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Ready now is Dylan Moore. In previous matchups with Yusmeiro Petit, just a 3 for 13 batting line. And now pitch on the way.
See, this is the kind of patience I need to exercise. 5 pitch at bat in that first at bat. That's a good. Those are a couple of good takes.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Buy yourself something you can do something with. Buy predictability.
3-0.
Ooh, that's a generous. That's a generous ball call. I mean, does he serve one up? Do I just let this one go regardless? That's fine. That's fine.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
I don't think all the guesswork goes out the window. I think it's likely it'll be a 4-seam fastball.
Fouled away.
That was a walk.
1 out, nobody on. Fouled off.
That was a good swing. Actually, no, it wasn't. That was a bad swing because that was a second ball 4.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a high fly ball out to left field.
Now on the warning track.
As he takes it for out number 2.
Should be 1 out, 1 on.
Digging in next, Evan White, and he hasn't quite had the same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No hits for him so far. From the stretch.
That's way inside on that cutter.
2 out, nobody on.
So getting off to a good start here to be able to open some baseball cards.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-1 home is
ooh, yuck.
Find a way right here. 2 outs. This guy has come in throwing bullets. If he can get this team into the dugout right here with another donut and they regroup.
Well, the side is retired as they make the play. Mariners are down in order. They're on top, however, 9-4.
Okay. I'm going to bring in Yusei Kikuchi.
Yusei Kikuchi has been
He has an
solid from the bullpen
abysmal
as Oakland's
5.5
starting
ERA.
ace.
Those averages are atrocious, but we're gonna try. How? That was supposed to be high and to the right, but sure. Now, Oakland, they did get 9 hits off of Paxton, 4 runs crossed. It's a good thing that we have such a large lead. God. His windup is giving me some trouble here. That was a pretty nice slider for how bad that pitch seemed to be. We do have... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Imagine this turning into a save situation. You might not have to imagine it.
First pitch on its way. And a
There we go.
fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious.
I got the swing that I was looking for. Made just enough contact.
Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Now a ball rolls softly to second. Throw on to first.
There we go.
Time, so the leadoff
All right.
man is set down to
That'll
open
work.
up
I
any
don't know how much that'll drop his ERA or batting averages.
Now to bat, Matt Chapman.
We can get through some,
Versus this
get through a
arm.
clean
He
inning
scored
here.
for 13. He also has 1 home run. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead 0-1.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality.
That's a
games.
generous strike call. Really surprised that that was there.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lewis waits on it. And
That'll
that's
work.
the
That was a
second
very
inning.
high fly ball.
So next to bat will be Mark Hanna. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Now here's the first offering. Upper part of the
There
zone
we go.
there, but taken for a strike. That's in there, and he's deep in
We're
the
going to have
hole
to
now,
get some
0-2.
big offensive games
Let's see
if we're
he
going to try
tries
and bring
climb
these
the
guys
ladder
in.
right here, change
It's going to
his
be a lot of
eye,
reliance
found
on
something in the dirt.
Tapia, Munoz. I think Brandon Brennan has pretty low ERA.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
That's a stone cold take right there. Easily could have been rung up instead.
Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. Now a swinging bunt.
Come on.
And we're going to have a quick stoppage here as a beach ball has made its way into right field. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Only thing we haven't thrown is a slider. That was way off the plate.
Low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second just because he took the first.
And the second
There we go.
baseman is there to make
All
the
right,
play,
that's a
and that
clean,
ends the inning.
clean
1-2
inning for
go the
Kikuchi.
A's.
Good
Trailing
news.
here 9-4.
Murphy, Fraley, Crawford. We'll bring in a new pitcher in the 9th. Shut this thing down.
Adam Kolarek is on.
Adam
now.
Kolarek,
Bullpen
69
is
games.
his
Nice.
70th
3-2 record. 3-2 record, 10 holds, 72.2 innings with a 2.60 ERA, 30 to 15 strikeouts to walks. Lefties batting a smidge better, 273 to 260 over the right-handed batters.
The catcher. Shaw.
Sinker, four-seam, changeup, slider.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Yanked on the ground down the line. And this will stay.
That'll stay. That's a base. That's a base hit. That was unnecessary to swing on the first pitch like that.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
So now to the plate, Jake Fraley on the ground near home. Throw beats him by a half a step. He almost beat that out.
The batter.
Digging
I
it
guess
down
it wasn't
JP Crawford
challenge worthy.
comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day.
All right, slow down.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
There we go. That's
Kolarek,
better.
A former Dodger. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's
Wow.
as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
3 pitchers in the National League tied with 17
And
wins.
it's fouled away.
2 guys right behind him with 16. Coming down to the wire. In that regard, only 2 playoff spots really up for grabs. Not a whole lot of teams in the running.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those
Gross.
were 2 bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for a reason. It only takes 1 swing.
From the stretch. Got him swinging. Chased it well
Fuck.
out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Classic slider down and
Fuck.
away for the
Fuck
strikeout
you,
there.
you fucking
Not a
submarine
whole lot to say
bitch.
about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already.
Gross.
That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
At the plate now, Kyle Lewis.
That was
On
a
the
bad
first
pitch,
pitch,
too,
he
to swing.
grounds
God
out.
damn it, Sean.
3 for 4 so
Don't
far.
lose the
Seeing
thread.
it
Don't lose
well
the
in this
flow.
ball
Don't
game.
lose the situation.
Now the 0-1. A little
Stop
bouncer.
swinging at everything, you fucking moron.
Murphy at second with 2 down. Fouled away.
Why? That was so far out of the fucking zone. God, I hate the submarine pitcher. Yeah. Munoz, Tapia, Brennan, obviously Ken Giles. Those are going to be my pitchers I'm going to rely a lot on. But I'm going to need good innings from some of those other guys.
Another 0-2 home. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
That was just too early. That was also
In
too
front of
early.
that one,
God
but he
damn it.
stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Neither guy
Stop
willing to give
it.
in, and the
Good
at-bat will
Lord.
continue. Making
He's
it
thrown
slot out
one
there,
strike,
the 7th
and I don't have a
pitch
single
coming
ball registered to me because I've swung at everything.
up. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. The next 0-2. Fouled off.
Ugh, I'm early on all of this crap. That one I was somehow late on. Sure. One pitch has been in the strike zone. One.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder giving chase.
Not enough.
He tracks it
Ugh.
down, and that will end the inning. One
Gross.
left for Seattle. They're on top, however, 9-4.
Kyle Seager most likely will be the player of the game.
Aaron Fletcher comes on.
Aaron Fletcher comes in. 38 games, 1-2 record, 7 holds, 44.2 innings pitched, 3.34 ERA, 3.43 ERA, 27 strikeouts to walks, and mostly are just off-speed stuff here. Hold on, gonna need to dial this in after using Kikuchi and his very long windup. All right, Porter Witt, here we go. 3 outs. Nice and easy.
First pitch on its way.
There we go. Beautiful sinker in the zone there. Strike number 1.
Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
The windup and the 0-1.
That one missed. That was a weird, wiggly downswing.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
The 1-2. He swung on and missed.
There we go.
Got him on strikes.
That'll work.
Digging in will be Stephen Piscotty. Flew out last time up. And now the first pitch. He extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. Gone!
What are you doing, Fletcher? Is that Piscotty's second home run of the game?
It's a solo shot here for Stephen Piscotty. Number 10 for him on the year as they've cut this deficit down to 4. Well, one of the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep a combined 5 times in this one.
Yeah, Matty V, this has always been known as one of the better pitchers' ballpark. Ken Griffey didn't like to hit here. A-Rod didn't like to hit here. The only guy that seemed to like to hit in this place was Ichiro. Definitely a pitcher's ballpark.
Yeah, without question, Dan. And that's why what they were able to accomplish today with such a high home run total just screams to the ball flying today. Maybe there was a jet stream going out to the gaps. I don't know. But what we saw today is not the norm.
In there, and he's in control. 0-2.
That was not his second home run. The other guy, I think it was Canna.
Got him on the good slider there.
So it's either been a home run or a strikeout.
For the second time tonight.
Every pitcher gets
Oh.
some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
In now, Austin Allen. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases.
Throw it.
He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there.
He took an extra step to get rid of the fucking ball. We should have had that out. Fuck that bullshit. God damn it.
It goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
At the plate, Joe Adell.
That was a horrendous slider.
It's 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Bouncer up the middle.
There we go. All right, well, I decided to make it as dramatic as possible. Even a 9-1 lead is not necessarily safe. Got out to a big lead after the first 4-1. Piled on there. Made it 9-1, but gave up 4 more runs. And nothing after the 4th inning, so it's a little worrisome.
So that that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB.
Oakland got out to a lead, 1-0 in the top of that first, and we scored 4. Never quite settled in defensively, it felt, especially pitching-wise with Paxton. Didn't give up, like, the most hits, but we had a lot of contact, a lot of perfect hits from Oakland. Made the ensuing innings a little more stressful. $16 hits, 9 runs scored on those 16 hits. That is good news for the Mariners. 11 hits, 5 runs scored for the Athletics.
9 runs, 16 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base.
Kyle Seager for the second day in a row is your player of the game with a multi-home run game. 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Matt Chapman was 2 for 4 on the Athletics side with a home run. Stephen Piscotty was the other with a home run. As they scored 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 9th to cut it to 9-5, make it a little more respectable. But I was worrying that I needed to get Ken Giles warmed up, because that was not the way I wanted to end that game. James Paxton gets the win. 7 innings pitched, 9 hits given up, 6 strikeouts, 4 earned runs. He is 5 strikeouts away from 200. He goes for that next time he starts, which I believe is the second to last, or maybe even the last game of the season. Seattle notable players: Kyle Lewis 3 for 5, double, 2 ribbies, 3 runs. Mitch Haniger 2 for 4 with a ribby, a run. Jake Fraley 2 for 5, 2 runs. Mike Fiers, he gets the loss. 1.2 innings pitched, 9 hits, no strikeouts, no walks, 7 earned runs. Got yanked in the second, and that did help. It quieted the Mariners, who at that point led 7-1. Only scored 2 more runs on another Kyle Seager home run in the 4th, and then didn't do a whole lot of anything for the rest of that game. Really struggle when they bring in relief pitchers. It's kind of sometimes it's like I need to make sure that these pitchers get out because I can't hit them. Sometimes it's also like you need to not do that, because if you change pitchers, you're fucked. So big wins: 8-1 against LA, 9-5. Though the score wasn't quite as close as it looked, though I did make it dramatic. Kind of a weird mixture there to open up the series against Oakland. And with that game being done, I need to get the heck out of here, get to bed, and call it a day. We'll call it a game. 9-1 in our last 10 games. The only loss coming to these dastardly Athletics, who are in last place in the American League West. Everybody's eliminated. The Yankees games down to 3, maybe even 4, depending on how things look tomorrow. Their elimination number is 5 in the American League East. And there you go. Thank you again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you want more baseball content, we have 5 games left. You got 1 Chad Champ in between the Athletics series finale and the start of the final series against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. We're guaranteed a series in the division series. Who we'll face, you'll have to tune in to find out, because I don't really know who it's going to be. There you go. We have 101 wins. I believe that ties us with Minnesota for the most in the American League. We do have 1 more loss, so we're like half a game probably behind, I would guess, because they have the Athletics half a game behind the Rangers, and they just have 1 more loss. So could be racing for the top seed. We'll see what happens. Might not actually work to our benefit. If we get the top seed and say like the Astros win, there's a chance we'd have to deal with the Astros, which wouldn't be great. Whereas we might face somebody else. The American League East team, Yankees or Blue Jays. Could even maybe see Minnesota. I don't know. Actually, I don't think we'll see Minnesota. Doesn't matter. We'll find that out in the future. You'll just have to tune in to see what happens. Thank you again so much for watching New Baseball every day, 1 p.m. Pacific time, right here on youtube.com/ShaunasaurusRex. Scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. We'll see you tomorrow, and go Mariners.